3.
Loud noises!
Hey kids, it is the Wil and Dave Show. It's not on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern because I'm not here tomorrow. So it's on Thursday! And it's 4 p.m. Eastern, so that's that time that Dave and I sit around and talk useless shit for an entire hour. Hi Dave!
Hi Will, how are you today?
I'm not too bad. I'm actually going to do this right off the bat for once. Use the hashtag Wil, letter N, Dave. Follow us at Wil and Dave Show. Facebook.com/Wil and Dave Show. And I've done exactly what I did last week, and I can't even find out where it is. There we are. Loud noises are coming through all over the place. How you doing, Dave?
Well, I have to first say I'm proud of you that you got all the little things out of the way first without forgetting. Other than that, I'm doing pretty good for a Thursday.
Now, we've also got Jonathan Goke here, and we also have the one guy that everyone has been telling us to get on here. Ladies and gentlemen, Andreas Stratman! Woo!
Good evening.
We'll talk to you in a couple of moments, Andreas. First of all, we've got a couple of things that we need to go through, as always. The first one, let's talk about the iRacing.com Pro Series, Dave, because 2 weeks ago, I said that by now, Chris Overland will be outside the top 25 in points because he cut his hair off. He went and won a fucking race.
Well, apparently we have the anti-Will and Dave Show curse. If you're invited to the show and you don't come on, you start winning big races.
There we are. So the idea is I've got to say something bad about you. You're not allowed to come on the show. You're going to win. So basically, I think that I need to think of a driver. Chris Overland is going to be absolutely shit in next year's NASCAR WCS. He's not going to finish anywhere in the top 20 ever, and he's just going to have a joke of a season. You think that works?
Yeah, that should fit the curse well enough.
I see what you did there.
I think there'll be one or two people that turned on right at that moment and have all of a sudden thought that I renamed myself Dan Ganji.
It's all about the setups.
It is all about the setups. Do you not realize this yet?
How come that never happened?
I don't know. The last time we checked, Cornet was up for the challenge. Ganji was apparently up for the challenge. And then, as far as I'm aware, Darren Ganji flaked out like a bit of a pussy, if I'm going to be honest.
Whoa.
The thing is, I'll be honest, right? If you or I were going to challenge someone, or call someone mediocre at best, at least we'd have the balls to go and race them afterwards. Yes, we might not win, but would have, the manliness to actually say, okay, I'll put my hands up, you can beat me. Ganji, if you're listening, and I know you're probably not listening because this is Car Crash Radio, if you are listening, sort it the fuck out, get yourself onto the racetrack, and go and race Cornet to just keep the idea of you having any form of masculinity alive at all. Otherwise, people are just going to start saying things.
Will Vincent coming strong.
Don't. So that was the important stuff out of the way. But on a later night, Kevin Harvick, on a couple of days ago, he had some random person asking her to follow her on Twitter. He kind of went a little bit too far.
Well, I don't know if she'd say too far because he offered her an all-expense paid trip to the 2014 Daytona 500 just because she kindly asked Kevin Harvick, please, will you follow me?
Well, there's two issues here. Why the hell is Kevin Harvick taking another woman to Daytona? Secondly, is he putting that under the RCR expenses or is he going to put that on the SHR expenses?
Well, I'm pretty sure that that's all out of the personal bank account because he's probably making like $15 million a year. So what's $5,000?
What does Delana say about that?
Well, Delana is the one who wears the trousers in that relationship. Come
Yeah,
on.
she wears the fire suit in the family.
Oh,
remember
she
that.
wears the trousers.
Yeah, she does. The trousers, the fire suit. I tell you what, she does look kind of hot in it. Like.
No, she doesn't.
Nah, you know, she's got a.
Who
sort of-
invited John Goke onto the show?
I don't
You
know.
did.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, it wasn't. It actually wasn't me. That's the funny part about it.
But he just kept going on and on, textbook, or text and
Textbook?
Facebook messages.
What the fuck is
Textbook
textbook?
messages.
Textbook. Gosh.
The textbook. That'll be a new social media site copyrighted by Dave
gosh.
Judson. So he kept messaging me, I want to be on the show, I want to be on the show.
Not
And
once
now that he-
did I say that.
Textbook.com. Used textbooks waiting for new owners. Can't buy it. I'm sorry.
I gotta do.
Damn it.
I'm gonna have to do the textbook.com.
Yeah, because that's how Facebook started.
Yeah, it was
That's
the
right.
Facebook, as if, you know, there was no more than one Facebook, which, yeah. Well, how have we gotten onto Facebook already? I'll tell you what,
Kristen.
I have had that annoying situation that, Dave, you know that I'm actually doing something good for humanity tomorrow, and I'm sleeping out in the freezing cold.
I thought you were buying Nair for men.
Well, I've got a confession to
Oh,
make that
God.
I forgot to buy that. I am going to buy that for next week's episode. I did just think to the fact, actually, if I'm going to be sleeping rough, I might not want to, you know, apply hair to certain areas. Hair?
This is true.
Yeah.
I wish I was still in England. I'd keep you warm.
Ah, sweetheart. But I've been invited into one of those group chats, and you've been on them before. That annoying thing when you're actually trying to do something, and all of a sudden, bloop, 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 and it's just like, shut the fuck up!
I don't know if I've ever been in like that kind of group chat.
Well,
I'm in one every weekend talking about college football.
college fucking football, you're gonna have to
Oh.
wait about 10 minutes now. I'm really sorry. We have a structure. We don't have a structure, but we pretend we have a structure.
Yeah,
to
John
this
Goke
show.
is ruining the structure.
Yeah, he's ruining the structure like we don't actually have. By the way, Dave, I'm not on vodka today.
I could tell you're much more clearer in your speech.
I'm not even on whiskey. It's
Not
funny
even,
that
like,
you
that's a-
mentioned clear, though, because today the Wil and Dave Podcast is brought to you by Budweiser. The beer that starts with full flavour and ends with a crisp, clean finish. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds.
Well, I'm a little disappointed. I'm on the YouTube page and not a single comment yet, and no Twitter interactions. Did we not broadcast our message well enough that we're on Thursday?
Well, the thing is, by Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to have to post a video again, just so that people actually remember what it is. The good thing is, this is going to be on iTunes probably by Friday evening as well, if we're lucky. So, hopefully, people won't miss out too much. It is just going to be a case of more of us rambling on about ourselves, probably, because we are self-egotistical maniacs at times. Marshall Pruitt has come up with the IndyCar silly season update. There are a couple of interesting things in this. Main important one is that Takuma Sato is likely going to stay at AJ Foyt Racing, which I thought they were running out of money and couldn't afford to have someone crash their car every race anymore.
Well, who's really out there that's going to take that ride anyway? I think that's why they kept him. But I'm sure he's on a pretty short leash. I'm sure AJ smacked him upside the head a couple times like he did to Ari Leindijk and said, listen here, you wreck another one of my cars, you're out of here.
Yeah, but, I mean, the one thing is you never want to piss off Foyt. Simple as that, because he probably will just happily punch you in the
Yes.
middle of pit road with the entire world. I say entire world, about 14 people that are still watching the car.
Yeah, somebody asked Derek Daly or Robin Miller what it's like to piss off AJ Foyt.
Do we need to even go any further into that one, to be fair?
Nope. Hashtag black eye.
Yeah. I'm having a look through it. Of course, Ed Carpenter, he has decided that he's going to allow Mike Conway to race on the road and street courses, which actually is not a bad idea because Carpenter is good on the ovals, and he's always been very vocal about the fact that he didn't like the road course races, and he didn't like IndyCar on road courses.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that Ed wasn't better at the road courses, but you know, you got to give him props for stepping aside and putting in a guy who's more than capable of winning in that car. Look what he did earlier this year, Detroit stepped into a team that he hadn't run with and won the race. So, combined, they should do pretty good.
And who else have we got? Well, what's the Simona Di Silvestro? She doesn't look as though she has a ride at the moment, does she?
No, which is kind of surprising that KV didn't hold on to her. But there's still a couple teams out there without drivers, so I'm pretty sure that John Goke will be able to see Simona at Mid Ohio in August.
I'd give her a ride.
Why don't we just put her in, for example, in the AJ Foyt car? I mean, they are thinking about having 2 cars, and I think Simona is one of those drivers that could bring enough sponsorship by herself, not because she's a woman, but because she's a really good European female driver who's got a lot of talent. She should be able to fill up that second seat. You never might even pay for the bills when Sato crashes.
Yeah, you're going to need to sign up somebody with some deep pockets to pay for those Sato wrecks.
Panther Racing. Panther's in a bit of a weird spot because, of course, they had that merger, season and a half ago with Dry Reinbold. And then things went to shit. Things went to shit even more when, the number 4 car couldn't be bothered to get himself past lap 10 of the Indy 500. And team almost closed down. We don't know what the hell's going on with the National Guard thing. We've heard that it still is kind of technically up in the air. They've got a new sponsor, but they don't seem to have a driver.
Yeah, since the National Guard is, obviously funded by the United States government, Panther appealed the decision of National Guard going to the Rahal team. So, there's like any good government, it takes them forever to do anything. So, that's kind of up in the air. It is still possible, from what I've read, that National Guard could go back to Panther. And in that case, Ryan Briscoe is going to be the driver. But if National Guard doesn't return to Panther, then it's kind of up in the air. So, it's a good thing they have a 6-month off season because they're going to need every week of that to figure out what's going on.
And of course, let's not forget that Briscoe is one of those drivers who's in the running for the 10 car as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. If I'm Briscoe, I'd rather take the 10 car, to be quite honest, because unfortunately, Panther guys haven't done a whole lot last couple of years.
No, and I mean, it's a shame. I don't think that they've been able to figure out the DW12 at all. The thing that annoys me here, I look at Surfish and Hartman Racing. Joseph Newgarden, he's a great kid, but, I mean, if he doesn't do well this season, he might as well just hang up his helmet. And I can't remember more than 1 or 2 decent performances by Newgarden. This is a kid that supposedly has a shit ton of talent.
Remember how well he was doing at, I think it was Baltimore earlier this year, and then he stuffed it in the fence.
Oops.
And then the first corner at Long Beach earlier, was it the year previous, I think? Stuffed it. I think he's kind of driving over his head a little bit. Maybe this offseason he'll, kind of get it together.
Of course.
We'll see, though.
It does look as though that we are finally losing EJ Vizo, which is...
Well, that's no loss.
Well, it is a loss. It's a loss to Dallara. I mean, how much money have Dallara made by selling bits to IndyCar teams when EJ Vizo crashes every 13 seconds?
This is true. I think EJ Viso is single-handedly keeping Dallara a profitable company.
And there's also been rumors of Pippa Man, she has got the face of a horse. I'm not going to lie to you.
But the backside's so good.
Yeah, I mean, God, it does bring a new meaning. It does bring a new meaning to the word paper bag, although she is from Ipswich, and they are... You know how you have the whole thing that, certain parts of America are inbred? She's from a place called Ipswich, and Ipswich
Alabama.
is part of an area which is 100% inbred. End of story.
Didn't she used to ride horses or something, and then she ended up in
I don't want to know about her
cars?
sex life, okay? But she's okay as a driver, not great as a driver. Anna Beatrice, a lot of promise, never delivered. Stefan Wilson will be interesting to have a look at. But then you've also got a lot of the F1 rejects, people like Karen Shandok, Naren Katha Kayan, the what are they going to do? Actually have a Force India team with Indian drivers in IndyCar, perhaps?
Hey, Narain Karthikeyan was the most popular driver in the NASCAR Truck Series at one time. I'm 100% serious.
Are you serious about that?
I will find it. I will find it. Keep going.
How the hell? But
He
then
had the whole fucking country of India, 1 billion people voting
yeah,
for him.
true. Then you've also got Peter Dempsey as well. I've actually raced with Peter on iRacing, and he's a lovely chap. He's Irish, so I do struggle to understand him at times, but he's a great guy.
Oh, I'm still looking.
Fine. Of course, the other thing that we have as well, which is big in IndyCar, Paul Page is back!
That is huge.
It is so huge that I will probably listen to a lot of races next year on mute and put on IMS radio. Simple as that. Because, I mean, Paul Page is he's like the Murray Walker of IndyCar. Just doesn't fuck up as often.
Reminds me of our Monte Carlo Grand Prix setup we had.
Yeah.
Remember that during the 500
that-
weekend?
Tell you a bit. I think we told you this story already.
We did.
Indy 500, we had to put on Spanish TV and listen to it on, with a highly legal stream with British commentary. But, I mean, Paul Page is just an absolute legend. It is so great to have him back in IndyCar full time.
Yeah, that'll be nice to have a classic voice who knows what's going on with IndyCar and probably actually gives a you-know-what about IndyCar. So, a win-win for everybody.
It's a win-win for everyone except for TV, and I think that IndyCar really needs to make some headway this year on TV. Of course, we don't know what they've got sponsor-wise at the moment. We don't quite know what is going on with the whole ESPN commentator situation, but there is still the opportunity for IndyCar to progress. I think of all of the key years that we've had since about 2003, this has got to be the key year now. Because you've got sponsor contracts on the line, you've got interested parties like on the line, you've got TV contracts, and let's not forget, this is the last year where IndyCar has that kind of bipartisan relationship with F1 before NASCAR comes along.
You know, well, the commentary spot is still open for you. What are you doing to try to solidify that?
I need to move to America first, remember?
Well, where's your lawyer? Get him on it.
Yeah, I know. Talking about commentators, though, this is one which has really ignited Twitter, and I don't know why, but Rick Allen being announced as the NBC NASCAR commentator, and I'll tell you what, I actually really enjoy Rick Allen as a commentator. Compare it to Alan Bestwick, he sounds like a monotone fucking retard. Rick Allen has got charisma, and that, in itself, I think will really bring something good to NBC.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. You know, I like Alan Bestwick, but I don't think they wanted to bring him back because he was like the old voice of NBC. So they want to just totally start fresh, and I think that's a good move for them.
And we promised before we went on air that we wouldn't spend any more than 5 minutes talking about commentators. So we are not going to talk about commentators more.
Let's go back to Narain Karthikeyan.
Go on, go back to Narain. Well, it kind of links in because we were just talking about NASCAR, talking about the current NASCAR truck commentator. So, have you found it?
I did. In 2010, Narain Karthikeyan was voted and won NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Most Popular Driver Award.
Wow.
First foreign driver to win.
That's actually amazing. And I mean, that is, you've got to say, despite the fact that he can't drive for shit, it's got people watching NASCAR in, a middle Asian country, and that's got to be huge.
That is a pretty big deal that many people cared enough to go vote for him. And they obviously had to be paying attention.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that probably, it does as much for NASCAR internationally as a certain person does in a certain series who drives a certain GoDaddy car. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Paul Jenkins!
After a long hiatus, Paul, welcome back. For reasons that defy logic, you're listening to the Wil and Dave Podcast.
On a Thursday. What the hell's the matter with you guys?
Hey, it's a Thursday, which means that you can be on it. Be grateful.
No, I could be on a Friday, too. In fact, I can only be on for a few minutes today. So I thought I'd stop by and say hi and miss you and love you and get back to Fridays.
Paul, before I let you go, when are you going to stop crashing out on 16th Street? I know it's not your fault all the time.
Okay, well, actually, believe it or not, this kind of dispels the whole Wil and Dave curse because, well, I haven't been on the show in like 3 weeks, and yet I can't seem to finish a race. So,
But you're associated with the show.
Well, my name doesn't appear on it, as we've made clear.
You were on the inaugural episode.
Yeah, I was, and my name still didn't show up in the show, so get bent.
Well, talk to Will about that.
Hey, your name's on there too, Chief.
I have nothing to do with the production or anything important with the show.
Yeah, don't
See what's
forget, I
happening
have
here?
full creative control over this show.
Yep.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah, I know, that's why it's so shit. So, are you going to crash out of Phoenix?
Oh, God, I hope not. I'm 25th in points, so, I've got the last spot to transition over that I'm going to deal with the...
I like
Well,
how the
I'm
fact
gonna
that
deal with the
Paul
transfer
loves
race.
himself so much, he's clapping to himself.
I heard the clapping.
Yay! No, my 5-year-old's in here watching Monster Jam.
Yay, I'm
Oh,
25th! Yay!
Paul, I got the perfect plan for you. You ready?
Crash, come back, and...
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Just do what Young O did. Transfer into one race, win the thing, and then be in the top 10 in points after one race.
There we are.
Yeah, about that.
Yes.
Jeez. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
That guy, the words cannot properly describe how Young O is as a driver. Guy misses the first 4 races, pops into a transfer race, gets
He
into
doesn't
main
win the
event.
transfer race, though. Remember that.
Who won the
That's true,
transfer
but
race?
it doesn't matter. There's
Matt
no
won
points.
Matt won the transfer race, and the only reason why Matt won the transfer race is because Young O sandbagged.
Yep, that pretty straightforward there. He sandbagged, saw what Matt had, and he goes, "Oh, I could beat this guy." Goes into the race, leads almost every lap, and gets 50 points, and puts himself right in the top 25. So he's locked in. If he feels like running the rest of the races, he's in.
Well, I can actually, believe it or not, I really could actually describe it in a word or two, but I don't think I will.
By the way, let's talk about 16th Street very quick, because I have to say, even though the results show Young O, he came, he saw, he dominated, it was a really interesting race, Dave. A number of split strategies going on, which I always enjoy. And we got to see some guys who you wouldn't see leading laps. And you saw, Anthony leading a ton of laps. You saw Tim Miller lead a lap, which actually brought a huge smile to my face, because that guy deserves, he deserves a shot in a big team, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was a very competitive race throughout the field. A lot of different leaders. Nice to see some guys up front with, different strategy. But they were able to hold on to their positions. They didn't just, get dumped to the back after 2 laps. So that was a lot of fun. It was a great race to commentate with. I'm honored that you had me aboard. All around a great show. I enjoyed it.
You do know
and Young O didn't win by like 20 seconds either. So
no, I mean,
that's good.
Cook gave him a run for his money. You had Holgate, he wasn't that far back. You had Tell, he wasn't that far back. And I think what we have seen this season is that on an oval, life is tougher for Young than it was last year. And that really does show the increased level of competition, that despite all the naysayers who say, oh, the IndyCar is fucked up on iRacing, no one runs it, it's all about setups. The competition really has improved over the last 12 months.
Agreed. The last couple of races, we've had, 3, 4, 5 different teams in the top 3 each week,
Well,
race.
you can't have
So
5
it's not
cars
like-
in the top 3. It
Well,
doesn't work
whatever,
that way.
you know what
I'm
I'm
the one
saying.
who's dyslexic, not you.
Well, you said the show was going to be dyslexic, so I'm just falling into line.
Well, true story. But you're right. We had, 6 different cars in the top 6 last week. 3 different cars in the top 3 this week, which is what you were trying to say.
Yes.
And we've
Thank
got
you.
another oval in Phoenix. And let's not forget as well, these are all drivers' tracks. They're not Simbrick. By the way, did I tell you I bought Simbrick.com?
Ah, very nice. Is that going to be a new business venture?
It's going to be let's say, interesting. It won't be a business venture. I might make it into a comedy website for the Wil and Dave Show.
Ah, very good. I like it.
But
We got to get some of that internet monies.
yeah, well, we don't get much from YouTube, unfortunately, because no one watches us. But hey ho, let's go. We've got.
Well, you're banned in Germany, so.
We are banned in Germany, which is really annoying because we've got Andreas. We're going to talk to him in a couple of minutes.
Wait a minute. We're straight up banned, or we're just not allowed to be on live?
We're not allowed to be on live in Germany, in Deutschland. It's possible. That
Well, if you play any music, you're going to be banned in Germany.
Well, no. It's pretty much it's all banned from Germany. It's like the good old guy about the bus. It's possible that we be live in Germany. Oh, but not today. Today we go.
Even if you.
Dave? To the bus.
Even if you play a band from Germany, you'll be banned in Germany.
Well, let's be
there?
fair. The most famous export out of Germany for the younger audience is a band called Tokyo Hotel, and I think you should be banned from doing. You should be banned from reproducing if you listen to Tokyo Hotel. Simple as that.
I've never heard of them, so I'm in good shape.
Good. And we'll move
Band,
on.
German. Jeez, nothing. Ugh.
No. Of course, we have got two guests with us. We've got John Goke. He's going to talk to us a little bit about college football in a little bit. Yeah, it was before we do the real feature in a couple of minutes' time. Goke, what an amazing weekend of college football we had. Not just, of course, the Bama-Auburn game, but overall, great weekend.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it was just amazing. I mean, as an Auburn fan, that's all I'm going to talk about. I mean, that was amazing. Damn.
Hey, if you're going to be on the Wil and Dave podcast, you have to be slightly objective.
Okay. I'm objective.
I'm objectionable.
I'm objective
make
to
sure
Duke
you turn that into a sound
I'm
clip.
objective to Duke beating Florida State, Michigan State beating Ohio State, and Auburn destroying Missouri.
That sounds like a plan. You can't really argue that, Dave.
And then you have to realize that it would be Auburn and Alabama in the national championship.
John Goke, what's the final score going to be of the SEC championship game?
I don't make projections because I'm always wrong. I don't want to do it.
You are not fun.
Because
Shut up! We're not talking about this yet.
I'm going to piss him off. All right, since you won't give a prediction, I'm going to say Missouri wins 45-44.
And unfortunately, Jonathan Goke can no longer take any part in this podcast. So we'll move on. As I say, we have got a very, 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 very special guest. It is the one, the only, unbelievable man himself, Mr. Andreas Straitman. Hello.
Hello, good evening all together.
So,
Andreas, hey, buddy.
Are you ready? Yeah.
I have to say it is an honor and a privilege to have you on our show today.
So, Andreas, we'll talk a little bit about, you as a driver. You've not really been on iRacing that long, have you?
No, not so long. I start on February this year, and yeah, it's a lot of fun on iRacing. And yeah, I got a lot of races, and it's pretty good, yeah.
You say a lot of races. Would you like to tell those who don't know you as well how many races a lot of races is?
Yeah, I think if you go over 1,000 only races in 7 months, I think that is a lot of.
It's a lot of races. How do you find the time to race that much?
If you can work from home, then you can do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, work from home. This is the 21st century, right? Who needs an office when you can work from home? Which, Dave, you basically do a 1 hour work, then you take an hour break. It's exactly the same in the office. Instead of hanging around the water cooler, you go and race.
He's got in his Google Calendar, he's got a meeting for 1 hour. It's actually he's running a fixed race.
Yeah. You prefer racing in the fixed series. The majority of your races have been in the fixed. And this season, you've done 174 starts in the fixed. And the interesting fact is, 128 of those have been top 5 finishes. So, I mean, you are incredibly successful in the fixed series. But, of course, you're also one of the most famous drivers for what I'm going to call your iconic catchphrases.
that I start only in the fixed races. It's pretty simple. I cannot build setup. Normally, I must go to the open, and yeah, that is my problem.
So, of course, it's like you race in the fixed. Do you enjoy racing in the fixed series? I know sometimes you do get a little bit angry, shall we say, with some of the drivers.
Yeah, some stupid driver. He think not what he do, and the big difference is the drivers will win and earn maybe 10 points more or 20 points more and get a lot of risk and wrecks other drivers out and break his rake. And the final is, if you have an high I rating, you lost a lot of I rating points. If I lost one race with wreck out, I lost directly 100 to 150 I rating points. That is what makes me angry. He don't think about what he do. That is really unbelievable sometimes, yeah. And yeah, you can do nothing. If you protest that sometimes with the same driver, he wrecks a lot of guys out, and you get an answer. Oh no, it's only race incidents, yeah, nothing more, and that is shit. It's pretty shit.
Do you think that, that behavior, say you do race occasionally, do you think that the behavior is worse in the fixed series, the driving? Is it better, or is it just certain drivers who are driving badly and majority of people are okay? How is it overall?
I have not really understand. My English is not so good.
Let's be honest. I don't
you mean
understand
that's a driver You mean that the driver do that intentionally, or what you mean?
No. I mean, overall, taking away maybe one or two drivers, overall, is the racing good, or is there something that goes on, on the entire series, people driving not as well?
No, the series are pretty good. It's if you check the car, you can go easy driving. It is not really hard to drive. It is only hard to drive if you have stupid driver in the race. That is all. And it's a good, I would say, good season, a good class, and yeah.
Andreas, do you see a lot of blocking going on in the fixed racing, or is it just hard racing?
Yeah, that's the next big problem, I would say. All the drivers say you're blocking, and I think the most of drivers has not checked what it's blocking, what is not blocking. Yeah, if you go one move in front before the driver behind do that, if you can read him. And that is what I do. If you behind me and I see your exit on the turn, I know what you will do, and I do it before you do it. Yeah, and maybe you will go past me on the left side after turn exit. I know that before you do that, and I go left. The drivers behind says, "You're blocking. No, that is not blocking." Yeah, ask Gog. He is a professional in blocking. Yeah.
Gog, you've been called out.
Yeah, no, that is that. Yeah, that is Gog. He drives pretty hard. If
I normally make one move. I don't make the 78 that you normally do.
Yeah, that is okay, Gog. You make one move.
That's okay. The one move is okay.
Right? Yeah.
But not the move to the left, to the right, to the up, to the down pit road, and up to the stands that we normally expect.
Yeah, no, Gog, that is okay. You know what is blocking, what is not blocking, but you go one move. That is okay.
That's okay.
Blocking is only if you go two moves. You know that. But your problem is you go some moves. There's no space for you. That is the problem. Yeah, you goes on the low line inside something and wreck other drivers out. You touch left rear tire. You know, if you touch the car, he wrecks out. That is what I say. That is stupid driving. Yeah, you protest me with my voice chat, and you have nothing to do with me and the other driver.
Because
Yeah,
most
pretty
people
good
don't
that you
appreciate
hear.
somebody calling people stupid drivers. That's not very nice, Andres.
Yeah,
We don't like that.
I can't say that. You come in one race, you hear that, but you have not see what has do
It doesn't
this
matter what
driver's-
happened. What matters is that you call people names, and it's not very nice.
Hey, the problem is you have not see what he has do 5 races ago.
A plus
Yeah.
B does not equal purple.
That is not the point. That is not the point.
No, the point is,
have
Andres,
nothing
even
to
no
do
matter
with
what
that,
happens
and-
earlier in the race,
Children,
iRacing
children.
is not. Hey, I'm trying to be nice. I'm being a nice little.
You guys are both
Go on,
both
carry on.
being nice. We just want to make sure it doesn't get out of hand. Keep going.
Yeah, I think we can move on. I mean, the point is people don't like being called names, and people need to respect that. It doesn't matter what you think is stupid. The point is, you can't be calling people stupid or idiots or crash drivers.
By the way, I'm angry because of the fact I'm dyslexic. A plus B does equal purple, okay?
No. Blue plus green equals purple. Get it right.
No,
Purple
isn't
Fury.
it blue plus red equals purple?
Let's ask Winston. Winston!
Wait. I thought like 10 times 40 equaled $5,000 in damage.
Where did that come from?
Oh, you don't want to know.
I don't think I know this. Is that
We're
the car
we're
in the
not allowed
podcast
to make
picture?
references anymore, so I'll have to tell you later.
Oh, I think I know what you're getting at. Pizza!
Andreas and John, I'm sure you'll both agree if you're going side by side or someone's going inside of you and they've got a wheel underneath you as you're
That
turning
is
into
when
the
the move
corner,
does not need to be made.
then you shouldn't be pulling down in front
The
of
thing
somebody.
is, I think me
correct?
and Andreas have so many issues because we're so very much alike. We're both, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but he is extremely talented, extremely defensive, just like I am. That's why we have issues. Some of the
'Cause you-
best races we ever have are between me and him, and we're like 10 seconds ahead of the field.
Because you guys want to hold on to every inch of the track that you
Yes.
have, and you don't want to give anything up.
Yeah, that's right.
Andreas, would that be fair to say? That you're a hard racer and you don't want to give up anything?
No, the problem is I give respect the other drivers, and if the drivers give me no respect, yeah, the finish is I give him after that also no respect. So, and Gok is the driver, he give no respect. He race and goes pretty hard. Is the other driver do the same play as him? Yeah, he is angry. Yeah, that is it.
Seeing a pattern here, Jonathan.
I am gonna ask a serious question. Of all the tracks that you race at, of course, we race at 12 different tracks over the season. Thankfully, none of them are Talladega anymore. Which is your favourite to race at, Andreas? Which is your least favourite to race at?
My favorite racer? I'm self. No, I have not a favorite racer.
No, your favourite track.
My favorite track? Oh, that's all. But only the smallest tracks, the half-mile tracks. I had that. That is not my track. This time I know, not sure what's going on this week. I can go on Phoenix, on Spring Ring, and that's in pretty good tracks for me. I'm really fast on that, and I don't like maybe Milwaukee. That is a shit track. Yeah?
I'm going to agree with him.
Yeah,
I
that-
hate Milwaukee.
I agree. I cannot stand
I hate
that track.
Milwaukee too.
Ladies and gentlemen,
No, I
you've
did have a
heard
real-
this here
Milwaukee-
first. Andreas and Gok have just agreed on something.
Boop.
So I have to say I did have a really fun battle with Matt Cook in the strength of field fixed race at Milwaukee last season. So that gave me a little more positive view of it, but I still really don't like it.
I will say Milwaukee is a pretty hard track. It's you have not really space, and yeah, the car it's too fast without the grip, and that make it so critical on Milwaukee, and that is not a track for me.
How about Pocono? That's I know John Goke's pretty fast there.
No, I'm unstoppable at Pocono. Come on now, that's my jam.
But
That is my track.
you run, what, 7 out of the last 8 races you won at Pocono, Andreas?
Yeah, I won it. Pocono, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good track. It's a little bit tricky, and yeah, it's sure 2, 4, 6, 7 times I win. Yeah, the last week.
Andreas, would you ever consider only running a couple races a week, trying to run for a championship, or do you just like running too much to do that?
Yeah, for the championships, we have a mistake in the calculated from iRacing. I have write a message. The problem is, I have win, I think Pocono, the top races, top 2 SOF races, yeah? I earn a lot of champ points, and I get, I would say, a penalty for that I race a lot of races. Yeah, my champ points, it's going down only for that I race, not other, yeah?
You don't like...
The strange of field. How you can get a lot of champ points. It's only the first 2 or 3 races every week on the first hour. If the track is changed, the next days of the week, you cannot go to earn a lot of champ points. The field, it's not coming back. The strength of field, what is so high at beginning of the week, coming not back. So the top drivers don't drive. You have no SOF from 3,500, yeah? In the week you have 2,000, 1,500. You earn a small champion point, and iRacing calculated every 4 races, the average, and you goes down with the champion point. Normally, the last week, I'm the champ. In this week only, not overall. Yeah? But I have go a lot of races. I'm not the champ.
I tell you what, that actually is a really interesting, and it has been a hot topic of conversation, not just in IndyCar, but in all of iRacing. How would you change it?
What? And that was too fast for me.
If you could change a system, how would you change it?
When this system, iRacing system, the calculating of champ points, I would say that the calculating only on the 4 races with the highest SOF. After that, if you go race on, discount this race. That was the first time. And yeah, normally I would say the incident point, what you earn for rack out and something, that it's not fair. Yeah, you rack out with a net code, earn maybe an 4x, and you lost a lot of safety rating, and that system must, change. That is not okay. And the next is that the protest support, the replays, better watch that you can go a really correct answer and penalty for that. I have protests sometimes a situation that is clearly a fault and intentionally, and the answers was no, it's only a race incident. Yeah, that is not correct. That must be changed. Normally, the protest support, there are guys I don't know the word. These guys must self-racing, a lot of racing, that he can see and check what is going on with intentionally wrecking or not. He sees that not. He has not the what is the word? I don't know. Okay, other. I race 10,000 races in 7 months. The protest support guys have that not do. Nobody can tell me what is going on with intentionally braking or not. I see that. I hear it on the engine. I see the position from the car. I see the wheel position. I know who is the driver, what is that driver, what is his racing rule, and so on. Yeah, I can say really that is intentionally or not intentionally. We have a lot of racers. He wrecks every racers out, and he get no penalty. That is not okay.
I think we can agree that the protest system is definitely not a perfect system, but we just got to keep protesting people that, drive stupid and wreck people out on purpose, and hopefully it'll, weed itself out, right, Will?
I think actually, this is not a dig at iRacing. Maybe the issue is that the protests are held by one central team, but you'd race differently in a NASCAR to racing in an IndyCar to racing in a GT race, so on and so forth. So, Andreas, do you think maybe if it was people who understand IndyCar who listen to protests for IndyCar, people who understand NASCAR who listen to protests for NASCAR, it would maybe also be better?
Yeah, sure, it's a big difference if you go NASCAR, IndyCar, or other cars, yeah? But the protesting system is you must send a replay. If you send only this short spot about the incident, yeah, the support from protests, these show this maybe 10 seconds, 50 seconds. He sees only this short spot, and he says, no, it's not intentionally. Yeah, he has not seen what has the driver do maybe a few laps before, or maybe the last 2, 3, or 4 races. That is that.
I understand what you're saying. Like somebody might have been driving like
Dave,
an
just
idiot.
A moment. I have learned that I save all my races. I get a penalty from Montegi. Montegi was finished on our time. It's Tuesday morning. It's 2:00 a.m. I think it's in America Monday evening. Yeah. 2 days later, I get a penalty for blocking. I cannot remember which race was that. I see the result, yeah, okay, but I not remember. I have to race on Montegi 38 races in this week, and I win 31. I cannot remember have I anyone block it or not block it. He mean I have him block it. The next is I write to iRacing, please send me the replay about this penalty. I will see that. iRacing do nothing. And that is a way that is not okay. It is really not okay. If I get a penalty, I will see why. I have not the replay from this, yeah? But normally, when I write to iRacing, I say, hey, come on, you give me a penalty, please send me the replay that I can see that. iRacing do nothing. And that is pretty fucking shit.
But I love it.
I can carry on talking to you for about a year. I'm not going to lie to you. I am going to say we are going to leave it there for the time being. We will talk to you again, maybe next week. It's possible. Oh my God, Dave! Did you just see who appeared?
I see who just joined us.
Oh my God! It is, ladies and gentlemen, the guy who has so much swag that he was actually able to win a NASCAR Pro Series race. It's Chris Overland!
Hey, what did I just get into?
How many weeks
You
now
don't
have I been
wanna
trying to
know.
get you on this show?
Oh, we're live. Hey, what's
You're
up?
cursed now.
I am.
You don't know about the Wil
I
and Dave
didn't know
Show
that there was
curse?
Don't explain the curse to me. I don't
If he
wanna
doesn't know the
Nope.
you were on the
Nope.
you were on
He
the
said stop
anti.
talking.
No, shut up, Goat. You were on the anti Wil and Dave Show curse because Will said you were going to do terrible. Then you won a Pro Series race.
Ha.
So
To quantify
so
that,
then
I
you
actually
said-
shut up, Dave. To quantify that, I actually said that after you cut your hair off, you're going to lose all of your swag. So therefore, you'll be outside the top 25 in points within 2 weeks. And you kind of proved me wrong. Wrong?
Wong?
Wrong.
Wong?
Wrong, and you decided to win a Pro Series race. So congratulations for that. And early on in this same show, to prove the curse works again, I said that you were going to do so shit in the DWC that you're not going to ever finish inside the top 20, and now next year you're going to win the championship.
Oh, let's hope so. I could use the money.
But how you doing
Top
anyway?
20s in DW. Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm doing.
You're doing.
I guess.
Well, the most important thing since I last talked to you is you decided to cut your fucking hair off.
Yeah, and now I'm a dog.
You are. You just changed your profile picture. What the fuck is that all about?
Very swag, much wow.
Mini
headphones.
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
I was saying.
Can you explain to the folks at home how they can increase their swag level?
We had this conversation on the GlacierTV interview, and all I'm going to tell them is go to lastrowmotorsports.com, and when you're on that website, something about it, just the radiation vibes off the monitor, and it gives you swag. You walk outside, and girls are just like, "Hey, he
Wait,
must have been on
last-
Last Row Motorsports What?
LastRowMotorsports.com. We got to give them a proper plug.
Yeah, lastrowmotorsports.com. If you know third grade English, you should be able to get to the website fairly easily.
Oh.
It's not loading.
Oh, there it is. It loaded for me.
There it is.
I don't
No.
feel any different.
I'm feeling it.
Probably because I'm
feeling
already
it.
married. I don't need swag. I can do whatever I
Oh
want.
yeah, that.
No.
you're
You
done.
need even more swag. You got to
Yeah.
hold on to that.
Yeah, you gotta visit the site once a day for the next 10 years.
Oh,
Son of a bitch. That's a lot of effort.
Well, we got to put Jen and Kaylee on this. So
So-
our wives. Great. Fuck.
Oh, you don't have any openings?
I don't think so. We're kind
I'm
of full.
I'm an IndyCar Fixed Series champion. What would that get me?
Not very
Well-
far.
Yeah, I don't think. Go to your local IndyCar shop and tell them that. See what they tell you. It'll
Well,
probably be
I
the
was
same
going to
thing.
say, Dave, do you not remember the last guy who tried making that transition from IndyCar to NASCAR from iRacing? He didn't get
He
very
quit.
far.
Who was that? Oh, yes, I remember
Yes.
now. $5,000 in damage.
Yeah.
Wait, who are we talking about? Oh, Schoenberg?
No.
No.
Oh, because he wrecked and
Yeah.
he tried going for pro in the F1 car, and
No,
he gave.
we're talking IndyCar to NASCAR.
Oh,
Yeah. The guy means nothing to you guys because of the fact that he tried moving from the lights of IndyCar where he thought he was a big thing and he was nothing in NASCAR at all. Unfortunate, but hey, you won a race. Not only did you win a race, you won a race at what? Pocono? What the fuck?
don't remind me. I was talking to my friend Dylan after the race, Dylan Schmidt, and I was like, man, I'm glad I got a win, but I'm gonna be known as the guy who won Pocono. That sucks.
Hey, you could be,
Worked for John Adams.
and just win a race at Michigan.
Well, Michigan sucks, but I'll win there too if I can.
Um,
I hate these tracks. I just get good finishes at them. I don't know.
Yeah, and the worst thing is that the one track that we all expected you to win at was Daytona because you are one of the top 10 guys easily when it comes to a plate track.
I got net coded. My old karma caught up to me.
Yeah, but it's been a much more enjoyable ride in the Pro Series this year, mainly because of the fact that you were thinking about racing rather than women?
No, they're still in the back of my head. There's always room for women. Trust me. There's always room for one, and then when there's one, there's room for another.
Okay, I'm gonna explain that logic to my wife when she gets home in 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, when you put the ring on it, I don't think she becomes a woman.
Well,
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
if you like
Uh-oh,
it,
a
then you should put it on.
17-year's trying to drop some knowledge on you about your wife.
Now
I
buddy.
need
she's
to
half
learn.
you, and that
Oh,
kills it.
God.
You're stuck.
God, I feel sorry for her if she's half of me. Oh,
I hope she doesn't have the stinky part.
shut the fuck up!
Don't you know they call them the better half? That's because they smell better, dude.
This is true.
That is the
Yeah,
true
that is
story.
very true.
Do you watch college football, Chris?
I did see the Auburn versus Bama game. That's what we're talking about.
War Eagle! Before I go any further, I think I explained this to you guys last week. Our university has, our college, shall I say, to talk to you American fuckers, our college has a kind of partnership at the moment with Auburn University over in Auburn.
Oh fuck!
So when our college went over to, our top professors went over to Auburn to basically go and say hi and get loads of money out of them, they actually illegally entered the pitch as well. They weren't actually supposed to go onto the pitch, they just walked on there. And
The what?
All of these professors were just like, what the fuck are you doing in the middle of the stadium? You're not allowed to be here. If a student comes in here, they get arrested.
Back up! What the fuck is a pitch?
Shut up.
What?
Goat.
You mean the field?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's getting all European on
I
you,
was
go.
like, wait, I thought we were talking about football.
Yeah.
Pitching
He's on-
what?
He's on the pitch.
The pitch. Did you bring your tea and crumpets onto the pitch?
Wait, did he say pitch or perch?
Pitch. Pitch.
Okay, I was like, what?
But essentially, I was wearing an Auburn t-shirt for the game, and coming into the fourth quarter, I was thinking, this ain't gonna happen. And then about 10 minutes into the fourth quarter, I was thinking, this really isn't gonna happen.
How about when what's his name, twat fucking whatever his damn name is, threw that damn 99-yard touchdown pass, and I almost destroyed my television.
I'll tell you what, I would have loved to have seen the YouTube video from that.
Oh, I can put it up there.
Yeah.
You're a YouTube sensation, John Goke.
Yeah, 20,000 and local news coverage. What about
Wow.
Wait, what
Death
happened?
Sergeant.
I need to
that?
hear this
have
story.
you not seen my video, Chris?
I have not seen this video.
I'll give you a link, but pretty much I posted a video of my reaction to that that missed field goal run back, and it got 20,000 views, and they interviewed me on my local news affiliate.
Put the link in the comments, John,
I will.
of the episode.
All right, well, he gets that. I remember when I was at my old house like 5 years ago, I caught someone stealing Christmas lights. And they interviewed me for the news, and I was like, well, you're not supposed to be stealing, so I just called the police.
Oh,
Classic.
They were like, he's a hero.
oh wow.
Oh, dude, I saw this. You were like all flopping around and shit.
Wait,
where'd you see it?
You
I
weren't
saw
like,
it on a compilation video.
Yeah.
you weren't like hide your kids, hide your wife, or anything like that.
Oh god.
No, I was like, well,
Will's coming around.
I was going to get my Happy Meal from McDonald's. No.
Had to call police.
But let's go back to
Got bronchitis.
I'm trying
You're
to do
pretty athletic for a big guy, Go.
Hey, I know. They asked me if I got hurt, but no, I burned some calories though.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Was that just you doing that just to do it, or did you know that? Oh, hey, the camera's recording. I might as well.
No,
make
I
this.
did it because I've been an Auburn fan my whole life, and just
I
when
thought
it
you were
happened.
mad because they were losing.
No,
I didn't
that's
even understand who flops around like that when they're happy.
I don't
John
know.
Goke does.
But
Oh man.
shall we actually talk about the game a tiny bit?
Yes, please.
It came
Yeah, we're
down
running out of
to-
time already.
Well, we'll just carry on. We've got stuff that we need to cut out anyway. We'll make-
Yeah, I think you do.
So, it came down
Are you
to...
in your PJs?
Yes, those are my lucky Auburn PJs.
A grown-ass man just admitted that he has lucky
I
pajamas.
don't care about Alabama went on a 21-0 streak. I went and changed to my pajama pants, and what happened?
Can I just say, it's only weird if it doesn't work.
Ah,
Yeah,
he stole
thank
it
you.
from me.
You see, I really do watch too much American TV. I can even fucking talk about the taglines from the Bud Light adverts.
That's because you're a drunk.
Oh, that reminds me.
But he doesn't drink beer.
Yeah.
I wore my
Good.
lucky hat for that Daytona race, and now that hat's in the trash.
Good.
Well,
see?
who is your
Damn it.
driver? Oh, are you talking about you?
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, when he's driving, he wants to
Paul
win.
Menard.
Welcome to the show,
No,
Dave.
no. I thought he was talking about actual, like a real NASCAR race.
Oh
I
yeah,
thought he went to
the race,
Daytona.
the race 2 weeks ago in real life NASCAR. Yes.
Yeah, at Daytona at the end of the season.
Where I got net coded. Apparently that happens.
Yeah, did you not hear, Dave? The Daytona 500 happened in November?
And I won. No, Pocono.
Fucking dipshit, Dave. But, yeah, so
Hey,
the
leave
game.
my friend alone.
What?
Leave my friend alone.
What?
Well, he said I threw my Daytona hat in the trash, and I thought we were just talking about real life because
Shut up,
Goke was
Dave.
talking about football.
Shut
No.
up. You're making it
No,
worse for yourself.
if I boot you from this session, what would happen?
No one's going to be able to hear anything that we say.
Hey, that's
No.
not nice. Dave, be nice.
Yeah. So, the game.
He's
I
the
don't
only
have to be
black guy
nice.
we have.
The game. The game! So, it essentially was, the out of bounds with the clock expiring versus the out of
Oh,
bounds with the
man.
clock not expiring. And you're just thinking, I was thinking that, why are you even going to care unless you're going to be able to throw a Hail Mary? I did not expect him to go for a field goal.
Or how many kickers do you know in college that can kick 50 plus accurately?
How many kickers do you know in the NFL he can kick 57 yards?
Blair Walsh, Minnesota Vikings.
Anyone else?
No.
They should just
Sebastian
get some-
Janikowski.
57 yards is a 25% chance
Eh.
at best. I mean, in this
But either way, I
situation,
can tell you, as an Auburn fan, we were praying that second would not be held because we were thinking, hey, overtime we have a chance. Well, we can just see AJ McCarron twat throwing something up and then it actually working.
well, yeah, I was thinking that AJ was going to become the new college football version of Tony Romo at that exact point. I mean, he's never played in overtime before, has he?
I'm not sure. I don't very much follow Alabama football. They're a bunch of
Not gonna lie
fucks.
to you. But I'm sure he's never played in overtime before. I mean, it would have been a whole new level of pressure on him, and he would have failed. Simple as that, in my opinion. But, they gave him a second back. They tried the 57-yard. And I won't lie. I mean, they were pretty close.
That was a good kick. It was a little to the right and just a tad short, but whew.
It was close.
But they said it. They said it in the broadcast itself. We had returners on the field. Alabama had all fat guys trying to block the guys coming to try to block the kick, so that worked.
Yeah, and, Verv Lindquist makes a couple of fuck-ups here and there. I mean, he couldn't even tell if it was first down half the time on that game. But, I mean, that run back, it's got to be one of the greatest moments in college football in the last 10 years, period.
Yes. It went from, it was complete reverse. It went from Alabama thinking they may have won the game to a complete reverse to Auburn winning the game in 1 second. I think all of Auburn fans are going to have to go ahead and set their clock 1 second back for daylight savings time.
Oh, that's amazing.
Boom, Mark shit.
Oh.
He's
I think
sat
it
up
was,
there all by himself.
I think it was sort of a karma thing, because all the Bama teams were getting greedy, all the Bama fans were getting greedy. They were like, "Come on, make the field goal win," and all the Auburn fans were just like, "Just miss it so we can go to overtime."
It was not until 10 seconds before that kick where I'm like, okay, that we could run it back because I mean they're right. They just had all their big guys on the field. Who's going to run down a cornerback or a wide receiver?
Yeah, simple as that. And I mean, it's got to be the. I'm gonna put it out there. It's got to be the greatest upset since that 2007 Michigan game.
I'd say that definitely. You talk about Appalachian State.
Yeah.
As an Ohio State fan, everyone in Ohio loved Appalachian State spanking.
You're not an Ohio
Michigan.
State fan. You're a Cleveland Browns fan.
I don't even like football.
I know Cleveland Brown.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Cleveland Brown by himself as an animated character could play better football than this clown of a team.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
you're
because
talk-
Seth MacFarlane draws him.
That's
But then
right.
how do you kill Brian?
How the
Oh,
fuck?
because
Why
he
did they?
plays there.
Yeah. Apparently he's coming back though this season.
I bet he's just gonna show up one day on some episode like he was never dead, and
Hi,
everyone's gonna be like,
guys.
"What the hell, man?"
Yeah.
But that was a bad dream.
No, just be like, well, I write this, so.
I can do what I want.
Awesome.
But, I mean, that was a good game in itself. Of course, then you had the 2-point faux pas recently, which, I mean, I'm going to tie this into the BCS standings because really that is one of the big issues of college football, in my opinion, that the BCS standings kind of don't always work. There
The
needs to be a
fact that
better
you're
system.
undefeated does not mean that you're the number one team.
Correct.
That argument will change someday when they're an undefeated team, but some other team could beat Auburn, but they have one loss. And they'll be like, undefeated. We should be there.
Well, you've got the NFL
until you get a true
system.
playoff system, you're always going to have this. Well, undefeated should be more than a one
Do you
loss.
think
or
Ohio
whatever.
State is a better team than Auburn this year?
Hell no, they're not.
There we are. Moving on.
But you got to give them credit for being undefeated. I mean,
Yeah,
you can lose to any
I bet
team.
me, Winston, you, and Trevor could be undefeated if we played the Citadel and the Army.
Listen, though, John, you know as well as I do, in college football, you could lose any week, any time to any team. Doesn't matter
that's
how
true.
bad they are. So you
Yep.
got to give Ohio State some credit for being undefeated. They could they could have a couple weeks ago against Indiana. They could be like, hey, we're getting ready for Michigan. Screw this, and they could have easily lost a game.
Yeah, they did. They really got ready for Michigan, didn't they?
Hey, they won the game. That's all that matters. Now, got to go back to Auburn, though. Why didn't they beat the Tigers earlier in the season? If they would have won that game, you wouldn't have this argument. There'd be no doubt
agreed.
they'd be
And at
number
that
one.
point, I could tell you, as an Auburn fan, at the beginning of the year, if you would have told me that I would be number 3 heading into the SEC championship, I would have told you to go fuck yourself. Nobody thought this could happen, Auburn. So regardless, I'm happy. But I hope we can go all the way. I mean, I could not imagine if we can pull off it. And that'll keep the national championship in the state of Alabama for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an interesting point in itself, to be fair. And it does seem to be, in college football, that pretty much is where the national championship is, period.
Or just the SEC in general. I mean, people say it all the time, but I think that Southeastern Conference is the best conference in all of college football.
It's tough to argue with that, isn't it, Dave?
It is. You get some guys that say, oh, well, the Pac-12 has more teams in the top 25 right now. But year after year, who do you look at as a championship contender? And you always look at an SEC team.
Well, let's take it one step further. Who do the NFL teams look at when, it comes to draft season? The SEC.
That's true.
SEC.
And, of course, there are more games going on this Saturday. It's hard to believe.
This is the biggest week so far.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you got Missouri versus Auburn, which is going to be a fucking amazing game.
Well, not just that. You got Duke and Florida State.
Go
which,
Duke!
I think Dave said it was a 30-point for Florida State for the Noles.
Yeah, Duke's a 30-point
By the way,
dog.
whoa, shut up. Any betting is for entertainment purposes only, unless you're in the state of Nevada this weekend.
The more you know.
Shit.
All
No,
bets,
I-
please send
I just-
in PayPal to my PayPal. Thank you.
I just
For
bought a house.
entertainment purposes.
Literally, guys, I just bought a house. You think I have money to bet on this shit?
Of course, you bought a house.
Yeah,
No!
Can you imagine if you put $100 on Duke?
Hey, guys, come on. We all know that the big game is going to be the MAC championship, Bowling Green versus Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
You can get the fuck out right now.
Yeah. Both of those teams are going to replay each other in the national championship game because it's going to be that good.
Just imagine, what if Duke pulls it off against the Seminoles? What is going to happen in the college football community?
Well,
You get
didn't
Florida
they make
State
the
out of
case
it.
that they should be in the
10-win
national
season
championship
ever.
game?
Is it not their first 10-win season ever?
Yeah. But this all comes back to what you were saying a couple of minutes ago, Dave. In NFL terms, it's any given Sunday. In college football terms, it's any given Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Sometimes Tuesday or Wednesday even.
Yeah. But never Monday.
Never Monday.
Never Monday.
Dun-dun, dun, dun-dun. That's probably as much as we
Oh,
can do.
Will, you better play it for me before we leave at SEC on CBS.
I'm not allowed to. We'll get busted by YouTube.
Fuck them.
Okay. Da 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 da.
Okay, that's enough.
Da 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 da
Put the
da.
grape drink down.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do have a grape drink. I have like a whole jug.
You got purple drink?
Yeah, I got purple drink.
You're not even black.
What does that have to do with it?
Damn, Will, that's racist.
I live in the ghetto. It doesn't matter.
Welcome to the ghetto. It gets worse every day.
Worse, sir?
Worse every day.
Worse here.
So,
Yes.
of course, we can talk about, any given Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but never Monday.
Never Monday.
But Jacksonville Jaguars, what the fuck's happened to them?
What the fuck is a Jaguar?
That's how they spell it in London.
Jaguar.
You mean pronounce it spelled the same? Just like aluminium.
Well, you say spelled the
Aluminium.
same, Chris. Did you not see what happened at Wembley? The Jaguars.
Because I don't live here. There.
I'm not sure if we... Hey, what about that Vikings-Packers game? What was it, last week or 2 weeks ago? How the fuck does an NFL team have a tie? Come on.
Did they really? Hold on.
Yeah, they tied.
What?
Yeah.
Well, that's one of
They're
those
just like- they were just
issues
like,
with
"Screw it, we're
overtime
done."
that they allow ties now. And I
There's
think that you
nothing-
should always go
sudden
to sudden death. Simple as that.
Yeah, because Chicago kicked a field goal and Minnesota kicked a field goal. Nobody else scored. It ended at the end of overtime in a tie.
Bullshit.
Fuck.
You go to double
That's so
overtime,
dumb.
you go to treble
So now
overtime,
my
you get a
Minnesota
fucking
Vikings
winner.
are 3-8-1.
Well, I think that really is a bit of the NFL TV policies trying to kick in here. Like, they want to allow a next game to start. Because they know that if you go to overtime, it's going to have stupid ratings. Talking of stupid NFL times, Dave, what the fuck have they done with the UK games next year?
Well, to be fair, they're trying to be nice to you guys and have a game in the afternoon, so you
Fuck
don't have
England.
to. So you don't have to, go to the London games at 8 o'clock at night. But in America,
They
the
start
game's going to
at
start
6
at
p.m., by the
9:30
way.
in the morning.
Are you going to all of them, Will?
I am. I bought my tickets.
Now this guy, he's got.
Oh,
money
wait,
to
you
bet.
win. You saw my Vikings beat the Steelers, didn't you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, to be fair, that was the best game.
Where's
that I
my
think we've
towel
ever
you
had in the
promised me?
UK.
Where's my towel you promised me?
It's
You
on
can
its way
even
in the
watch
post.
that.
You liar.
No, it is
He's not
actually-
done using it yet. Just give him a few minutes.
Oh, God. I know
But-
this from experience.
That's
But
gonna get you
What?
nervous.
What kind of experience was that?
We shared a hotel room in Indianapolis.
Well,
Oh,
don't forget that
God.
we shared my house as well.
And then we shared Everclear trying to put a fucking computer together.
Did
That
you
didn't
ever?
work out.
Did you ever like look over your shoulder and see a caterpillar and like turn your head more and then realize it was part of his hair?
Oh God! Oh man, we could spend an entire podcast on nothing but Will's hair.
It used
Next
to be
week
mine.
on the
That was-
Wil and
I mean,
Dave
I'm
Podcast.
literally.
Wait.
I am in no I'm in no way racist, but the word nappy does come to mind.
I like how Will is always the one on talking about my hair.
Yeah, but my hair's sexy. There's a difference.
No, it is not.
Yeah, how'd that work out for that drunk girl on 16th Street?
You look like some chewed up Twizzlers, dude.
That's exactly what it looks like. There it is. That nasty licorice that's got some weird shit growing on it.
Wow.
But I still love you. You know you're my favorite black guy.
Yeah, you're amazing. You're the best.
Wow.
We love you.
You gave me free Starbucks.
Will,
I
Wilson-
did give you. Well,
I
that's
know
the,
someone who loves you well.
that's the thing.
I
Chris.
will.
Oh fuck! There's BT.
Yep.
BT in the house.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later. But it's one of the things that I randomly do when if I'm trolling on Facebook and I'm in a good mood and I
Why do you keep throwing me out?
see someone who's mentioning Starbucks, I get a $5 gift card, but it has to only be when I'm in a good mood.
Oh, so if you're in a bad mood, you're gonna be like, "Give me $5 for Starbucks."
Now, yeah. But
I'll keep that in mind.
so yeah,
Stop kicking me out.
the NFL. That's what I said to that ex of mine who just But NFL game, it's moved itself to a stupid time in the UK, so you're gonna get 4 games on a Sunday, which essentially I'm gonna have to say, yes, it's supposed to be to make the game better for the UK. It's all about fucking TV ratings. All about TV ratings.
I'm not waking up at 8:30 in the morning watching a game. I don't get out of bed until like noon.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I don't
usually
get
don't go
out
to
of
bed
bed until
till, like,
noon,
noon,
and I'm
so
like,
I'd
what
be-
the
I have
fuck?
no
I've got to
problem.
be at the stadium in half an hour.
That just means you can wake up extra early and get extra Starbucks.
You should just be consider-
Strawbucks.
I don't know what the fuck
Fuck
Is that in Alabama?
It's that new thing. Hey, you
Them-
what?
Them there Strawbucks over
Them
there in
there
Haskell.
Starbucks. I tell you, me and Martin Miller get together. We have them all the time. Woo!
Could be worse. Could be
Hey, Cletus.
It
No,
can be
I don't know.
important.
I really don't know any Cletuses. I'm surprised.
Hey,
I don't know
Will, why
Cletus.
don't you register strawbox.com along with Simbrick?
I think I need to.
Strawbucks.
I think I need to.
What would Strawbucks be?
It would be
Um,
exactly the
it'll-
same as Starbucks, except
I don't know if I want a
an absurd amount of money.
macchiato with straw.
No, you just spell it Strawbucks, and when people who are stupid type it in wrong, you go to your website and they triple pay for the same shit.
Precisely.
Nice. Well, I just have a big
Just
giant
make
picture
it
of Will in his hair.
Starbucks. Like
Welcome
who
to
says with
Strawbucks. It's
coffee.
the same logo and everything, just the lady's holding a piece of straw in her
I
mouth.
like it.
Actually, that's the sort of thing. China actually has a load of fake Starbucks, along with their fake Apple stores and everything else. Everything over in
China has a lot
China's
of rice
fake.
too.
Yeah. Well.
I think everywhere's got a lot of rice. We just don't look at the right place.
Yeah.
I feel like rice is every fucking.
Can we
where.
talk about the Jaguars quickly? Because
No, what the?
When you
no,
pronounce it
their
right,
last
yeah,
four
sure, I'd
games,
love to.
they beat the
Jaguars.
Titans, they beat the Texans, and they beat the Browns. They're playing the Texans again this weekend. They've got their last 3 games after that: the Bills, the Texans, and the Colts. The Jaguars could finish second in their division this season
Colts suck.
after going 8-0. Sorry, 0-8 in the first 8 games of their season.
I want to talk about the Panthers.
Well,
I want to talk about the Panthers.
when you think about the Super Bowl,
You're giving me
this
your
year,
house next year, Dave.
When you think about the Super
Remember
Bowl
that.
this year, there are a couple of teams that are really coming into mind
A
right
cuppa?
now.
Is that like a
One
cup
of them
tea?
has got to be the Panthers.
Maybe, possibly.
Okay,
Still butthurt over the Super Bowl game.
Oh no!
We are off the tracks, Will.
Fuck the tracks.
so
Hey, I
about
like
Will's-
tracks.
Let's talk about Will's hair.
Yeah, Will, fuck your hair.
If Will Vincent was playing football, somebody would tackle him by one of his dreads.
did you not
Oh.
see that happen?
Speaking of
to
that,
one
that
those
kind of
two-
remind y'all see what happened to Tomlin for that? Oh, he tried to trip that guy.
Well, you know, Tomlin's a cunt anyway.
Fined him a $100,000 and might cost him a draft pick.
Do you see the
100
100,000
grr.
thing? That's nothing to them. The draft pick is fucking gold dust.
He
in
will
the NFL.
see what you get for being black in the NFL.
Well,
Oh, come on.
well, you're talking about the dreadlock thing. Did you not hear the story about the player who had like 4 dreads just ripped off on a play?
Oh, ooh,
How
that-
much would that hurt?
Ow!
A lot.
You know, Will?
Simple as
Has
that,
it happened?
A lot.
Have you ever accidentally gotten a dread like caught in something?
I had a dread caught in my motorbike helmet, so every time I tried to move my head, I could hear it tearing. It was the scariest bike ride I've ever had in my life.
I will admit, I've been in immense pain before because I've had my hair in my face and I blinked and caught the hair in my eye.
Ooh!
God, that is always painful.
And my hair was like a foot long at the time, and I'd have to fish it out. It sucked.
I always
So,
had-
Will, what was the end result of the dreaded helmet situation?
I pulled off in a load of pain and just took my helmet off and tried my best not to cry.
And then he pulled it out, and it looked like a sausage link.
Will's hair!
Okay, Goats is posting
No,
a
you look like
photo
Lenny
of my
Kravitz.
hair. Oh.
Will's hair needs
I
its,
look at
its
the
own Twitter
Asian right
page.
there. Where'd that come from? He's like,
Is that a NASCAR race?
He's like, oh,
No,
that's too cool,
that's the Indy
Masato.
500.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
He's like, rice!
Wow, we're
Oh,
getting
man.
extremely
I tell you
racist
what,
on the
Dave,
Will and
we've
Dave
gone
show.
so far off the tracks, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable, really unbelievable what we do.
I think that the only way that anybody else could have got this far off the tracks is if they had the magic school bus.
Oh, cue the music.
Right on the magic school bus.
Now we're gonna get sued by PBS.
PBS.
Can someone explain PBS to me for like 2
Public
minutes?
broadcasting.
Yeah, can you go
That's
into
all
more
it's
detail
like
on that? For, like, the
Cubic
next...
something.
It's like local news, except it's not news. It's some guy with an afro who paints.
Talk for 75 seconds, please.
Do you have, if you have like a college TV channel where they just kind of play like BS TV shows all day long, that's essentially what public broadcasting is. You can kind of put on there whatever you want. It's like
Yeah,
a
like
public
that-
forum.
The episode of SpongeBob where Squidward gets his TV show and everyone goes nuts on it. It's basically that.
Exactly.
Except you guys aren't 5 and you haven't seen it, so.
Was that 75 seconds?
No,
think it's
it's
close.
been like 30 seconds, Dave.
You know
That's-
what?
That's
In
because Will
America-
has to go to the
in America,
bathroom and he
time
Well,
doesn't
he's
want to
gonna
say
go
it.
steal something.
No, he's gonna go rip one of his dreads out to see what it's
He's
like.
gonna rip it and then take a picture of it, and then I gotta tell you though, when I was living in England, I went to go see him. The first place we got once I went and picked him up, guess where we went?
KFC.
K-fucking-F-C.
Oh.
Where's the first place that I went to in Indiana?
And they don't. Oh no, Chris, they do not have mac and cheese over there.
What?
At KFC or mashed potatoes and gravy.
Oh my God! What?
They have
How is
fries.
it KFC then?
And they don't even have biscuits.
Do they have potato wedges or are they just fries?
What do they have, Will?
They do have potato wedges, but they're shit.
Okay, good.
They don't have
Oh.
biscuits.
They don't have biscuits,
what?
they don't have mac and cheese, so you can't have that whole kind of like sexually charged argument between an uncle and his nephew, whatever you fucking call the relationship.
know
And
what?
then we took him to a real KFC in Indianapolis, and he pretty much shit himself.
I did shit
Yeah.
myself.
You know what?
Oh,
Hey, better than pissing
I was
yourself.
really kind of thinking about, man, I'm gonna travel the world. I want to see some new places.
don't go to
Nope.
England. Do
I ain't
not go to
going
England.
anywhere.
I
Hey,
hated that place.
but-
I love you, Will, but no, Queen and Country my ass.
Chris, if you come to the UK, don't go to KFC, but I'll take you some real places where you can have sausages and the mash, where
I
you
do
eat some
like
fish and chips,
Fish
and
and
you can go
chips
for
is
high
actually
tea at the Ritz.
amazing. I do love fish and chips.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But KFC over in America is amazing.
Oh my God.
The only good thing about KFC over here, though, is that they, because they're all franchise, the people who own KFC in the UK also own Burger King, and they swap the fries around, so now we get Burger King fries at KFC, which is amazing compared to...
No, you don't get fries at KFC.
Yes, you do.
In England,
Yeah, you
apparently.
do.
No, I'm
oh
saying you should.
man, Nelson Mandela's dead.
What? Are you serious?
Oh.
When did that happen?
Just now, I
Are you
guess.
fucking kidding me?
About 5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Oh my
tune out.
god.
Go to
Well,
the BBC News site. It's all over there.
We have to end the show now. Then.
Yeah, bye guys.
What? No, don't end the show. What?